Well, today is one of those days. I had such a crummy sleep last night. I bet I didn't sleep more than 3 hours. My shoulder was just killing me. Tried to get some Tylenol, but they were on Moosie's side of the bed, and I didn't want to go in there and wake them up. My heels have cracked, and I need some time to work on them. On top of all that, I was constipated. What a way to start a video, right? But it gets better, ladies. Don't go away. I've spent the last 2 hours on moi. I'm slugging today with my castor oil all over my face, my shoulders. Obviously, it's helping with healing. I even have it down on my eyebrows to help them grow. So I'm working on me today. It's getting a little better. I did my lymphatic drains, so I did get some of that head fullness out of my head. I've already had my coffee with my True Whip, and that always makes it better. And it's taking care of my barrels, as my dad used to say. So don't go away, ladies. It gets better. And I'm going to tell you what I'm doing for me today as I spend my day just working on me. So far this morning, we've had the nurse come and she did the dressings on Moosie's 3 dermo removals. This is the wonderful Eva tending to my Moosie. Moosie had 3 removals yesterday, and Eva, you're doing a great job.
Thank you.
I hope you could stay forever. This is the second time she's come since Monday, and she's dressing them. Everything went well. One was a surgical incision, and there is probably stitches about 4 inches long, and 2 others. That ugly thing on his ear she removed, so he kind of looks like Trump with that ear all bandaged up, and some other little something she did a scrape and burn on. So she's taking care of my Moosie, and other than a few little things like feeding him and various other things, he's not getting the full treatment today. I'm giving myself as much as I can. I do want to share with you what I am doing this morning for me. Now, I have shared some of these things before because they are tried and true products that work for me and might for you if you have that dry skin. And with winter setting in, it's going to get worse, right, ladies? Especially that mature dry skin. Now, I did talk about that heavy-duty nail clipper that I bought, about 2 weeks ago. And 2 or 3 people had said, tell us how it works. Well, I had 1 foot done for a week, and I didn't get around to the 2nd foot and then the other foot again until this morning. I fill up a footsie tub with hot water, and I started this morning at about 9:30. And I sat here and soaked my feet. And then when my feet get nice and soaked and the nails get softer, I should say, I go in with the clipper. And yes, ladies, it does work. At first, I thought maybe it's a gimmick. It's not necessarily longer than the regular ones, but the grip is better. And the way this is shaped, for some reason or other, it does. And it does cut those thick toenails, believe me. So I did a great job on my nails. I will leave in the description box, not links, because I don't have an Amazon store. I don't do links, but I do tell you about my favorite things, and I will describe them and tell you where you can get them. So this I picked up on Amazon, and I will tell you the name of it and where in the description box. Now, after I soaked my feet, I do have one of those egg scrapers, and I go through all that and get all the dead skin off. And then when everything is nice and dry, I've used my electric CALLUS foot remover. I think I've told you about this. Several of you have bought them. It has 3 speeds. It is electric, and you plug it in. And I just sit here by my bed and do this. And I have, oh boy, look at all these things. These will outlast me, believe me. All these little They're little sandpaper things you take off, and then you put them, you just pop them on, and they have an adhesive back, and then this goes, and then you run it all around the sides of your feet, on your heels, and it does save a lot of that scraping that you can do with the egg. I start with the egg, especially if my feet haven't been done in a while, but this does the trick. And believe me, it's wonderful. It goes in a circular motion. You just go around, and I just love this. So I will put the name of this. I think it's just called the FRC or FCR-2 Electric Foot Callus Remover. I'll put that. I think this is somewhere around $25 or $30, but believe me, I've had it for about a year, and it is worth it. After all that, a lot of times I will put Vaseline on my face, and then my little, not my face. Well, I put it on my face too, but I put Vaseline on my feet. I'm a big Vaseline girl, as you know. And I just coat my feet and put my booties on and leave them on for a day or two, night and day. But I have discovered something else that helps remove. It's just a great moisturizer. It's intensive, and it's repairing for dry, cracked skin, and it is urea cream, 40%. Now, this is a lot higher than most other brands. I've been using the 12% lactate ammonia, I think it's called, and that I can put on my legs and everything. This, you have to be careful. Don't put it on your face or anything, but it's great for feet and legs or arms if you have very, very dry skin. And then after a day or so, I go over it with a brush, and the skin just flakes off. So it's an exfoliation, wonderful, wonderful cream, believe me. So those are some of the things I've used on me today. And by the way, I'm feeling better. So forget that intro. As the day goes on, I have other things in mind that I'm going to be doing for me. I'm going to show you my other monochromatic sweater pant outfit, and I just love it. I wore it yesterday, and it has a turtleneck, and it's a straight shell with some, does cover your butt. Great little pants. Not little, great pants that are nice and generous. They're not too wide, but they're definitely not skinny. Comfortable. I am loving these two-piece monochromatic things to just pop on in the daytime, just around the house or going to the store. Put some jewelry on with it, and you can go anywhere. So I will share those as well. But this is more about some days when you just feel you are neglecting yourself, and it's time to shut everything down as much as you can. If you're a caretaker, you cannot just stop doing what you're doing. You still have to do something, but you can say, okay, I'm going to take a couple of hours for me now. Are you okay? You don't need me for a while, and you just go for it. Part of today is I am going to take a nice long nap. You can probably see that I haven't slept more than a couple of hours. And I'm going to keep this on. A lot of times, if I'm just going to have a day around here, I'll put Vaseline on as well. It's petrolatum, pure as can be. And as a matter of fact, when we left the dermatologist the other day, she sent us home with Vaseline. And that was one of the things that you put on the wounds as you change everything daily. So I'm going with the Vaseline. My grandma did, my mom did, and I have most of my life. And I think it's been my friend. You know, yesterday when Eva, the nurse, was here, she's just a great gal. I almost hate to see her go. I hope she can stay a little bit longer to help us through the changing of the dressings. As I say, I was a wonderful teacher. I'm not the best nurse in the world, but if I have to do something, I will. But fortunately, my Medicare is helping me out with the nurse. And right now, Moosie is outside working with Jason, the PT fellow. So thank you, Medicare. You're taking care of my Moosie fine, and this gives me some time for me. I haven't had my breakfast yet. I might treat myself to, I did this once before. When you're feeling down, you treat yourself to something that you might do for someone else if you wanted to really make them feel good. So make yourself feel good and do something for you. You know, I was just thinking this morning as I was working on my feet and my face and whatever, what would I like to eat today? I already had a little broccoli and some artichokes. I know I have terrible morning habits. Nothing sweet, no cereal, but I do love my veggies in my dill dip. And I'll have broccoli or those little tiny peppers, and that sets me up usually late morning until we eat somewhere around 4 o'clock. But today, I think I might have my favorite breakfast of all, one that Mikey always feeds me every time we go to San Diego, and that's my lox and my cream cheese and my capers and my onions and my tomatoes. Not on a bagel, but maybe today I'll have it on rye bread. That's a little bit healthier. So I might just fix that breakfast for me. I already fed Moosie his cereal. He's a cereal boy. And I think I'll just come in here and sit in the bed and have it in bed. That's my part of my pampering for me today. Cheers to a better day. You can forget about the intro. You know, you can wake up in the morning after a horrible sleep and pain. I even had sort of that restless leg syndrome thing that Moosie gets once in a while. And also our daughter Dubby has that. I've never gotten that. So I think that was a one-time off thing. But nothing worked last night trying to get to sleep. Maybe I was worrying about various things, but I don't know. But when I woke up this morning after my lymphatic drain cleared my head, and by the way, I'm not constipated anymore today. So things are looking up, ladies. So the whole premise of this video is that don't neglect yourself. I know that from what I've read, caretakers have a tendency to do that. You put all your energy, and at 87, I don't have tons of energy all day long. I do probably have enough to be able to do this, thank God, right now in my life. But I need my rests in between. And I find that if I'm on the go too much, and we did do quite a bit of on the going over Thanksgiving, which I loved, by the way, and I don't regret it because we saw children, grandchildren, great-grandchildren. But then we did go off to the dermo, and by the way, I tried to see if the office could come down and help me with the wheelchair, but they didn't have anyone to do that. Plus, their internet was down that day, so that was a problem. But it was no problem getting my Featherlight wheelchair out of the back of the car. I can do it. As long as I don't have to do it every single day, I'm okay. So I leave it in there, and it's easy to get out. Matthew found it for me through his DME. He and his wife have a DME business that's durable medical equipment. And he found this Featherlight wheelchair. It's wonderful. And I think it's about 20 pounds. I lift that with cat food and dog food and various other things regularly. So I was okay with that. So I think that's enough. I should go and fix myself up. Oh, one thing I do want to show you today, and if I ever get to the point where I want to put that outfit on today for you and show you, by the way, it's a monochromatic color that I think you don't see too much of it, but I love this color. And I discovered a new way of using a certain type of a product for makeup, and I wanted to try it out today, and maybe I'll try it out with you if this video doesn't go too long. Otherwise, I'll do it in the next video. Well, I hope that your mood went from a downer. I hope I didn't bring you too low with my intro, up to show you that there are ways to pull yourself out of your funk. Even if you've had a bad sleep, you've had pain most of the night. I have taken a Tylenol, it's helped that. And by the way, I have told you before that I have found that I don't know whether it's bursitis or what, it's in both shoulders, arthritis, whatever. But honestly, when I rub this castor oil on my shoulders, within 5 minutes, that pain subsides. Now, it's not gone forever because I think I will always have it, just like I have the arthritis now in both my flipper fingers and probably more. But at 87, you have to expect these things and just kind of find what works to help you and keep on trucking, ladies. I hope you're all not suffering too much. I know there are many of you who do suffer with all sorts of things. And I send my prayers, my love, and my hugs to all of you to get through this. Try and find something to keep you going because it's much better than the alternative of just wallowing away. One of my projects yesterday was finally making a stocking for Tessie's new hubby of last year. Tessie and Kevin were married last Christmas, right before Christmas. And I had started to make this stocking and just about had it cut out when I tore the meniscus in my knee and I was laid up. And as a matter of fact, I didn't even make the wedding. It was right before the wedding. But I have finished it, and there's a nice pocket here. Well, I'm sewing the stocking for Tessie's new hubby that I didn't get sewn last year. And I made a little pocket for any surprises that Santa might want to put in there. A little heart on the pocket. A wreath, and down here we have a red toe with something on it. And you just put all the appliques on the first single piece of velvet. Now, all the boys are green velvet. You can't see, but this is a beautiful green. Threads are all over. And the girls are all red. I wonder what surprises Santa is going to put in that pocket. So after I get all the appliques on the front of the stocking, I sew everything on first. Then I can put the two velvet pieces together and turn it inside out. And this is the lining. It's the quilt that I bought at Joann's. On one side, it's a Christmas, I think it's leaves and pine cones. And on the other side is a red plaid. It is quilted and stiff, and I like the stiffness because it gives the stockings some body. So I'm putting these together now, and it's the last one I think I might make. They're getting kind of hard to do, especially with all the things that I've been trying to do as a caretaker and just an 87-year-old lady. Takes some time. I haven't put the lining in it yet, so that's all I have to do. This is Tessie's stocking. Now, I made this for Tessie when she was a little girl, and I have made probably 40, 45 of these for the whole family, starting when Colleen was a little girl. And I've made them for all my children's hubbies, for grandchildren, great-grandchildren, and I think I probably have missed a couple lately, mainly because it's getting to be probably too much of a chore at this point. Boy, I look awful when I look at myself here. I don't think I'm going to be able to get dressed today and model my monochromatic outfit number 2 or do the makeup. I'm going to do that in the next video. I think it's almost time for my nap at this point, and I'm still sticking to my pampering myself today. So scrap the modeling of the outfit and the makeup, and I'll do that. In fact, you'll see that I'll look a lot better after I put some makeup on. But I can tell I need some sleep. So I will do that. But this is what Tessie's looks like. And I have always called these, we call these our memory stockings. And memory means that after Nanny makes them with antique lace and all the girls are red, the boys are all green, I put trims on. Now here's Tessie's with her wedding lace on there. I just did that. Debbie snapped some extras left over, not much, from the dressmaker who did the final changes to the dress. So these are wonderful stockings. I think I've shown you a couple maybe last year of some of the things. The children put all their little awards and medals, and they fill up the whole stocking with things that they've collected, their favorite things over the years. And it makes me so happy to see some of the stockings that some of the kids have done, filled them up with buttons and awards and favorite things, and they look wonderful. And I'm so glad I started this tradition years ago. But I still have a few more things to do. I have to do some tacking of Tessie's wedding dress, and just to make sure that those appliques are not going to fall off. And I do have some trim here that I'm going to put on the edge of Kevin's stocking. I still have to finish this up here, the fold down part, and I have to put the tab on that hangs the stocking up. So I hope Kevin will start filling up his stocking soon too. So I finished this, but I do have a couple more things to do today. Maybe after my nap, I'll finish it up. But this is what the tassel trim is going to look like, and I think it'll look pretty on the top edge of that stocking. So I just wanted to show you what I was doing yesterday. Also made a turkey soup from the leftovers that Colleen and Micah sent down. Oh, big thing of them. I saved enough of the slices for one last sandwich with the stuffing and the cranberry sauce on there. Today they came down and got some soup. I sent some of my turkey soup, this noodle soup, which is wonderful, made a great big pot of it, and I sent a big load of it up to Micah and Colleen. Yesterday I made a fabulous turkey soup with a lot of the leftovers that Colleen sent down, and I sent a nice big bowl up to Micah and Colleen for Micah's supper tonight that he usually takes to work. Came down to visit just a little while ago, and Micah's going to take some to work tonight and enjoy some of that soup. So that's what I did yesterday, and today's just a me day, taking good care of me. I'm feeling better already, as you can see. A little pampering goes a long way. Don't forget about yourself, my friends. It is worth it, and you need that reboot every so often. I'm glad you're enjoying our shorts because they are driving up our views for some reason or other. The subs still keep going down. Why that keeps happening, I don't know. A little up and down. I don't think I'll ever hit 100 in my lifetime, but it would be nice if we did, just because it's fun to have a success once in a while, isn't it? I love you all so dearly. I hope you're enjoying these wonderful days of Advent and just taking it easy and not stressing out over presents or things. Moosie and I this year have decided to go the way of little personal ornaments, maybe for all the people in our family. There's so many of them now. And maybe a few little gift certificates for some of the kids, and some of my treasures of jewelry and bags and makeup that I know the kids always enjoy too. So don't stress out over Christmas. This is a time to enjoy it. I used to stress myself out, but I loved it at the same time. I always went overboard, just like my mom did, with tons of presents, and then came Christmas Eve and the day before and wrapping, and I'd have them spread all over the bed, and it was a chore. And I always bought too much because it's that, do I have enough for this one or for that one? Try and find something that works for you, that won't stress you out. And especially in these aging years, I think we should enjoy the holidays for what they are: renewal, preparation, and enjoyment of friends, family, and I think that should be enough. I love you all. Thank you so much for supporting us and binging and watching our channel. Bye for now, and God bless us all.